in this league, momentum has a lot to do with how the season is going to go. So you want to capture that first one as soon as possible, so you can have that winning momentum. So it's very important.
Amari has been made kind of a relatively slow start for you. We're used to seeing 100-yard games and 2 touchdowns and 10 catches and those kind of things. So
Right, right.
is it just, how do you explain kind of what's been going on out there for you?
Yeah, just a slow start. Just some bumps in the road in terms of my play, but it's motivated me for sure. And I'll be back.
To make it easier to kind of like look at the outlook going forward. You say, like, you've been getting open, showing the findings, maybe it's kind of make some routine catching.
Yeah, not necessarily in terms of that, but it's definitely motivating and humbling. And sometimes I need that. So.
Is missing up to you many anything to do with
Um, I'm not sure. It's a tough question to answer because it's my first time actually missing OTAs and mini camp. So I guess you could say that if you want.
And then how about the other obvious question to that is the fact that your name did surface in trade room in San Francisco. Is that something that gets inside your head and lingers a little bit as you move forward through the season?
Nah, not necessarily. I can't give you that one. Nah.
You say it's motivating. Has it been frustrating these first 2 weeks for you?
Of course, you want to go out there and play your best brand of football individually as early as possible. So definitely been frustrating. But hey, it is what it is. You got to go out there and just play your game, get back focused, lock back in, and that's what I'm looking to do.
It seems like it's just inch here, inch there. I mean, such as the pass down in Jacksonville on Sunday. Where it's just awful. I mean, when you go back and watch every film, is there something that that something you notice on film, or is it just a matter of, hey, that inch, we'll make that inch up, down the road?
I just gotta play better. I mean, I don't look at the inch here, inch there. I mean, yeah, it does play a factor sometimes, but just me knowing my game, knowing myself, just got to go out there and play my brand of football, play up to my standards. So I haven't been doing that for the past couple of weeks, but like I said, I've been motivated, so it's time to get going. So yeah.
Do you feel that at least you and Deshaun have been on the same page, though, these first couple games, even though the catches and the numbers haven't been there for you? Do you feel like you two are on the same page?
Yeah, I think that we can always be more intentional. Like, yeah, I went out there yesterday. I treated practice like the game, and that's what I'm gonna go and do every single day of practice moving forward. Just treat the practice like the game. Attacking it just like I would the game. I can't say I've necessarily been doing that, but that's what I got to do.
Why do you think you haven't been doing
It's a good question. Sometimes you just fall off a little bit. You need a reminder, and that's what the first 2 weeks kind of gave me. And so I'm back on track, I would say.
Do you feel like you also have to guard against, everybody's asking about it, and do you run the risk of thinking about it too much and just not going out there?
No, not necessarily. I mean, I understand that it's a part of the NFL landscape. When you don't play up to your standard, you have to be able to withstand the scrutiny that comes with that. It's something that I definitely understand. Of course, I've been thinking about it a lot because I'm my own biggest critic. So it doesn't affect me in a way that one would assume. I just got to go out there, like I said before, get back on track. This is my 10th year. I know exactly what I need to do. So, nah.
How do you identify when you said you need to take practice and trade more? How do you identify when that's slipping?
It's gonna show, and like it did. So, yeah, I would say that's how.
Have you had stretches like this before in your career?
Of course, yeah. I'm not a perfect player. Um, you know, just because there's bumps in the road doesn't mean that you're a bad driver. Sometimes you got to go around them. Sometimes you got to go through them, and I'm definitely going through them. So, yeah. To answer your question, I have had stretches like this before.
Do you reflect on those and how you came out of them in this kind of time?
Yeah, and that's why they say experience is the best teacher, because I do go back and reflect on those moments, and it seemed like the end of the world then, and it wasn't. And I was able to bounce back. So that's why I'm so assured that I will.
What about the choice routes and things like that? Are you running a fair amount of choice routes? And is that something that you and Deshaun have to make sure that you guys are really crazy on the same page about?
It's just one route. I wouldn't put too much stock in one route at wide receiver. But of course, I like to run more of every route if it's going to give me the ball. So yeah.
Amari, I remember having kind of the same conversation with you. Philadelphia joint practices in Philly last summer. I don't know if you
Okay.
remember that,
Yeah, I remember.
but there were some drops in practice or whatever. Is this similar? Like, I mean, is it comparable to back then?
Yeah.
And now you're in games. And
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, every time you go out there and have the opportunity to play the game, to run routes, to catch footballs, you want to do it the right way. So I would say, yeah.
On the flip side, Jerry's been stepping up a little bit. Touchdown first game, had a nice game last week. What do you think has allowed him to get off to a fast start with Deshaun?
Just him being on the same page with Deshaun. Him being exactly where he's supposed to be and taking full advantage of the opportunities that he's been presented with. So yes, he's been playing well.
Amari, along the lines of you mentioned, being a 10-year vet, you've had stretches where you've struggled a little bit. And back then, you maybe thought it was like the end of the world. How have you mentally sort of learned some coping mechanisms or different strategies to make sure that it doesn't continue to spiral as you keep playing games?
One of the things I don't really pay too much attention to the media. That kind of be in your head a little bit. So I've learned not to do that. Definitely. But just remind myself that I've played this game my whole life. You know what I mean? I've gotten a multitude of reps at any type of scenario I could be faced with at the position. So I would say those two things.
every player, coach that we talk to, is just saying that you're going to bounce back. What's the confidence like that they instill that you that they can get back to pro level?
I haven't really been talking to anybody about the how I played the first two games. Really, so I can't really answer that question.
Deshaun has said a couple of times that he knows you two guys are going to be very explosive together this season. I remember talking to you before about Deshaun's arm talent and just how amazing it is. So, how much are you looking forward to you guys really connecting, clicking, and getting this thing rolling?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Most definitely, more so to help him out. You know what I mean? I definitely have to be better for my quarterback. It's just the type of mindset that I go in with to make his job easier, 100%. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Mark, when you look at the receiver room as a whole, the younger guys in your room, what stands out of the progress they've made over the course of training camp and the first couple of games of the season?
I would just say their mentality. It's the first thing that came to my head when you asked the question. It's the mentality they have. You could tell that they really want to be great players. They work that way day in and day out, and they are great players. So it just has to show each and every Sunday, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. Yeah.
By the way, last week you were super confident that Deshaun was going to be able to rebound and bounce back from the week that he had.
Right.
What did you think about the way he went out there and operated the play?
Yeah, just like Coach Stefanski said in the team meeting, Deshaun. Every time Deshaun plays like that, we'll have a great chance at winning. So I think he did well. It went just like I know how explosive he is. I know how great a player he is. And yeah, we went out there and got the W.